Today we're trying to go down this super shallow creek. I've never taken a boat this big. I've had some smaller boats I've taken down there. I've taken some jet skis. It gets down to like 2-3 feet in a lot of places. It's super shallow and you have to know exactly where to go. My other boats have been much smaller, where their draft is way less, meaning like how deep it sits in the water. This one sits 3 feet into the water, so I'm slightly nervous about that. We're gotta be very careful and take it slow and watch the depth gauge. But all the way back, pretty much until it gets too shallow to boat anymore, is the first cliff I've ever jumped off in my life. If you know me, I've jumped off many cliffs in my days. But I'm gonna get this thing ready to go. I'm gonna move this thing, put the top down, and we're gonna start cruising over to the beginning of this creek, or crick if you're from Pittsburgh. Bumpers in. This is Raccoon Creek right here, and it is just like, it's very deceiving. It looks like you can just cruise right in there, but on the left side is all mud that's like maybe a foot or so deep, and then on the right side is all rocks that are also just inches underneath the water. So I'm just gonna creep in really slow and keep an eye on my depth gauge here. 28 feet right now, but that's gonna drop very quickly. We're at 27, 26, 25, 23, 22. Trimming the motors up some, just so they don't hit anything on the bottom. But we're already down to 16, you know. Oh geez, already down to 8, 7, 6, whoa, 5. Look how far away we are. It's like, we went down to 5 feet deep already right here. I honestly might just hop on the paddleboard. That's why I brought it with me. So I'm just gonna like cruise over there real quick and get a better look at it, because it's just not worth hitting the bottom and destroying something. Everything's too expensive on boats. Yeah, we're still only 7 feet deep right here. So as I dropped the anchor, and I'm pretty sure my boat is sitting on the bottom of the river right now. Like, I just was getting cameras ready, and I glanced over and I could see the bottom. It's like, that's maybe 1.5 feet deep. And I'm not moving, so I think my boat's touching the ground. Yes, it definitely, actually now, as I can feel it, that's actually not good. All right. Not how I expected this to go, to be honest with you. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if you can see the ground right there, but yeah, we're we have beached. We have hit the bottom. This is really bad. I'm just kicking up straight mud. Oh God, I did not know. I knew it was shallow here. All right, this is bad. All right, I got away from there, really hoping I didn't do any damage to my boat, because you're not supposed to run in water that shallow. The outdrives were just blasting mud up, which is really bad because they suck water in to cool down the motors, and I'm hoping that they weren't just like sucking in mud and debris and destroying my impellers. Real quick before I hop on the paddleboard, I've had some people making fun of my boat, saying that it's definitely not a yacht, that's a small boat. I get it, it's not a yacht in like most people's brain, but technically it is a yacht, so you guys are wrong. Check it out. There's the official yacht certification right there. National Marine Manufacturers Association. Design compliance with NMMA requirements in effect on the date of certification is verified. Manufacturer responsible for production control. I don't know what that means. This boat complies with the U.S. Coast Guard safety standards in effect on the date of certification. Boom. So I believe, without doing a quick Google, any boat above 26 feet in length is eligible to be yacht certified. I don't know what that entails, what you have to do, but all I know is this is yacht certified. It's technically a yacht on paper. It may be one of the smallest possible yachts, but it is a yacht nonetheless. And when it is yacht certified, that means there's no occupancy limit in here. So I can have as many people on this boat as I want, as long as I have enough life jackets for everybody, which is pretty cool. Because a lot of smaller boats, they have limits, like only 10 people or X amount of pounds, but on a yacht, you could do whatever you want, kind of. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can just see like a long brown line of color in the water where it's probably really shallow. It's just cloudiness from all of the mud that I kicked up earlier. Let's do a test. Oh, okay, that's not what I expected. It's literally, it's like that deep. Oh, yeah, huh. It's like barely the depth of the blue part of the paddle right now. Yeah, this is what my boat was on just a few minutes ago. I need to turn and see how far I gotta go this way. Never realized it was so bad here. My poor boat just sitting out there by itself. Jeez, this is so shallow. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to make it in here. Let's see. I'm getting a little deeper. Oh, here we go. It's really deep right here. I mean, basically just dead center, I guess. Oh, who would have thought? I got a pretty good lay of the land over there. It's just got to really stay away from basically here over, just like 6 inches deep. Pretty much if I just come over this way and go in at an angle that way, I think I'll be all right. What is going on here? Alright, having issues trying to get the anchor up. I mean, I could pull the anchor up manually, but the windlass itself, the anchor line is just getting like bound up inside of it. And I just smashed my finger and it's bleeding. I don't want to show it because YouTube doesn't like blood. They'll flag my video. But I gotta get a band-aid because it's gonna stop bleeding, and then I need to try to fix this thing. is it doing that? I can see it's going around and it's getting wound. It's just getting like all tangled up and bound up in there instead of going in where it's supposed to be going. I'll turn it off so we're not just burning fuel here. Now, we gotta go into the secret compartment here. Well, there's all my anchor line, and that's the bottom of the windlass. Now, why is it getting stuck? Honestly, it looks like for some reason when it's coming down through here, I really need a second person here right now. Why? All right, I'm giving up for right now. Come on. Okay. I'll deal with that when I have some help. All right, let's try to get in there and get away from all this freaking wind out here. It's so windy. "24 feet deep right now. Trimming the motors up. "17, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 9, 8 feet, 7 feet, 5, 4, 4.5 feet, 3, went down to 3.9, 3.5. I think we are good now. That's the little shallow spot, and now it's, oh, now I know where to stay, but it does get really shallow in here as well. I always wanted to jump this bridge, but it's only 6 feet deep, which, not safe. It's just such a, like, scary looking bridge out here. Dang, it's actually getting really windy back in here too. I thought I'd be safe from the wind back here. But yeah, 5.7, 5.8 feet. Pretty much most of this whole thing is like 4 to 6 feet deep. I know this section here, we gotta hug these cliffs on the right because it's like inches deep right over here on this whole, like, just gotta go real wide to get around all the shallowness here. It's like 9 feet. I did jump off one of these cliffs way back in the day. But it wasn't my first one. I think I jumped like right where that tree's at. Yeah, everything right here is super shallow. It's actually 12 feet deep right here. That's pretty crazy. Here we are, the first cliff I've ever jumped in my life. I used to think this was actually kind of high back in the day. I would jump from like right up there, like maybe 15 feet. I was like, I'm crazy. Crazy to come back so many years later. Driving like a real beat up car, parking on the road, hiking all the way in here. And now I'm in here on like a dream boat of mine. Much older. There's a boat dock right here that got, I don't know how that could have gotten here, but there's no more boat docks. Like around this bend, I'm pretty sure is the end of it. You can't go much farther. Be nice and peaceful out here. It's a great way to spend my Sunday. All right, we're in the 2 foot range now, so I think I'm gonna turn around and get out of this spot. It's 2.5 feet deep right here. But yeah, I think that's why. And now it's like blinking at me. Put one in reverse, one in forward, and it just kind of spins the boat. So nice having twin motors. Ooh. I actually kicked up a bunch of mud. Oh, now it's saying it's 1 foot deep. Okay, well, that's why no one boats past that corner. You know, I was gonna go do one jump for old time's sake, but this water is looking pretty grimy. I think I'm gonna pass on that opportunity, but I am gonna make food because I'm starving right now. All right, threw the anchor down. Now I'm kind of just like teetering back and forth in this little spot, really close to the side. But I am going to, let's get the generator on, down, over, and there we go. Now, there it is. Let's get a pot. Thank you to Ryan Toomey. From whenever he was cooking me pierogies on my boat, he bought this pot and left it here. My water pump is on. Now it is. Almost. There it is. And now we wait. Well, a gust of wind just came and blew me right into the side. I can just step off my boat. Oh no. That's not good. Ah, shit. I knew that was gonna happen. My generator just died. And I'm assuming it's because it was the pickup. It was probably like pulling up gross stuff from the water right there. This is a struggle. I just want to make some food. Oh, jeez. I'm trying to have like a nice peaceful evening down this little creek, and it's not happening. Some nice pasta right now. Well, as much as I love it back in here, I think I'm gonna head back out to the main river and assess why the generator's not kicking on, well, or why it kicked off on its own. Okay, I have the motors trimmed up a good ways right now, and I literally just hit something hard, something big. It must have been like a tree under there or something, but I hit it and it literally like rocked the entire boat. I'm really hoping I just didn't do any damage to anything. It sounded very bad. I'm done with this creek. I'm getting out of here. I want to get back out to deep waters. Do not like this. On the home stretch though, right there. I just opened the engine compartment to make sure there's no water coming in anywhere and it's bone dry down there. Stressful. Quite opposite of what I had hoped today would be. All right, we've already run aground twice today and now we're at the very end and this is the worst part. This is the most shallow. So hopefully we can get back out of here without hitting the ground again. Really not trying to run aground 3 freaking times in a day. Once is plenty. Come on, baby. It's 3.7 feet right now. 3.5, 3.4, 3.3. This is definitely the worst point right here. It just went down to 3 foot. I think we're climbing back up to deeper waters. There we go. 4'3", 4'6". Hey. I think we're good. Safely back at the docks, and now let's try this again. Oh, I need to plug my electric in. That would help. All right, now while we wait for that to boil, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with the generator. Loss of coolant is what that says. Which means it could be the impeller. Well, it could be the impeller. Could be the sea strainer got clogged. I'm really hoping that's all it was, because it happened right whenever I was in mega shallow water. Let's clean as could be. They're nice and good. I gotta pop this off. Dang it. We got some Fusilli Bucati. That's way too much. Actually, you know what? Let's make it all. All right, we got the Fusilli Bucatis going. Generator's fixed. Pumping out water again. Dead fish right there. I guess I could turn this off now. I took everything apart and the impeller's good. The coupler is good. So I think literally all that happened is whenever the boat swayed over and hit the side and it was only in like a foot or less of water, I think it was just sucking something up and it just like kind of plugged up for a second, but it's all good now. Generator's good. Food's coming along. I'm a starving boy after that. I don't know if it's just me, but I always like my noodles just like slightly undercooked, so they're just like a little bit harder than they should be. I love it. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Maybe a little bit more than that. Lemon in there. I was gonna fry up some spinach and put it in there too, but I'm feeling really lazy and I'm really hungry and I don't feel like waiting anymore, so this is gonna do. Pretty delicious, I gotta say. Super simple, super delicious. A super nice meal after a stressful day. Might deliver the rest of that to my parents or something, but let's get this going. Giant bag of laundry, dirty towels, camera stuff laying around. Not much longer and then this boat has to come out of the water. This is like one of our last nice weekends. It was like 81 degrees all day today, and starting tomorrow for the whole rest of the week, the high is like 63, 64. So it's gonna get a little bit chilly. The owner of the marina actually sent an email out that said that we all need to have our boats out of the water by a certain date, which is very, very sad, but more motivation for me to get down to Florida. I think I got some plans coming up. You might see in the next video or two, I'm not sure which one, but I'm about to take the wagon, go do laundry at my parents' house, and upload a couple videos on the fast Wi-Fi. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like on the video, because that pushes it farther into the algorithm. Drop a comment, nice, mean, whatever you want to say. Leave a comment. I pretty much read all of them. I don't always respond to every single one of them, but I want to. I appreciate all of you guys, and I will catch you for the next one. Peace.